So there's a bit of evidence that there's caterpillars here. I know I saw a third one. But as soon as this plant here dries out, I am getting rid of it because I don't want milkweed here. I wouldn't be surprised if next year there's like a bunch, or even that, but later on this year, because this plant has been dropping a lot of seeds. There's a lot of open pods, which means that there are billions of seeds here somewhere trying to grow. But I'm gonna give the caterpillars a fighting chance. Not a fighting chance. A separate location to forage. And I know, okay, this is the bad part. I should have taken it out. There was a cocoon somewhere along this fence line. And I was like, well, whatever, you know, I'm not bothering with it. But now I see that maybe a gopher has buried a cocoon alive. Oh, interesting. But yeah, like I said, Tuesdays are going to be my gardening days. And this is my sunflower garden. I have a front yard garden that I'm going to get to at the end of this year, like in November, because I've got to take it all out. I also have gophers, yay. I've discovered that these big bushy things here are flowers that I dropped. I thought they were going to be smaller ground cover. I don't know what gave me that impression. Maybe something I misread on the label. But they are these cute flowers, and I do remember seeing these in the package. What am I doing today? I am fixing these sprinklers because they either shoot too much or not enough. So I am going to attach a thing to control the water pressure, because as you can see, this one kind of looks wet. Nothing here looks, well, it's Tuesday, so nothing should be wet. But this one is extra dry. This one is always dying on me. So this is not getting enough water, and that one, see, there's also one over here. That's another problem I have. The sprinkler is being covered up by unwanted sunflowers. The growth pattern, I guess you want to say, of these plants is taller in the back and shorter in front. So that way water could make sure it gets everything. But if I have a tall plant in the front, the little things underneath are not going to get any water. Thankfully, with all of these sprinklers, the surrounding ground is wet, so there should be some sort of water somewhere. Oh look, my sweet peas are starting to die. But I need to fix all this, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, see these control knobs? I'm going to add that to all of these that don't have a control knob. And of course I'm going to cut back, like, oh, look at all these sunflowers here. They don't need to be here. These plants are growing out of pot, which is fine because they tend to be small like this. See how the sprinklers are taller than this? Okay, what I don't want are these big sunflowers blocking all the water. I don't know what this is, but I got to get rid of this. I don't know what this is. It's just big and in the way. That's a weed. That's a dying sage. And here's a sage that shouldn't be here. So a lot of maintenance. These are cute, but they're blocking. I didn't think they were going to be this tall. Like, I like them, but I don't. I probably like them back there, not here. See how back there, and then but then there'd be sprinklers here. So maybe back there is fine, but not here. This is blocking all the water. That's a weed. Yeah, I wonder what happened to that butterfly. Oh well. That is life. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like loose dirt. Yeah, you can't zoom in. Okay. There's like loose dirt right here. There's a gopher popping in and out of there. And all of these sunflowers have got to go. Oh. I've got columbines and I've got candy tuft to put in. So lots happening. All right. Hello. This is Perished Garden, and welcome to my 9 to 5. I know you heard my little intro there. So yeah, I'm just getting right to it. I have a cup, like a thermal tumbler filled with boiling hot water. And like you saw, I put the top of the sprinkler there in the water so it could soften up. Honestly, it is so thick. It is thicker than I thought. So I'm glad I had that idea. Usually the little drip system hose that you buy in a spool is much thinner than these things. So, and it was an overcasty day, so it wasn't going to be smooth sailing. I also didn't know how I was going to sit there and just wait for time to go by. Oh, I reinstalled it there. See? So I decided that while I'm going to call them straws, okay? I guess it's drip hose, but whatever. The straw is in the tumbler. I'm going to be clearing out this section. And what do I have? I have, I'm sure I mentioned it, a lot of sunflowers, a lot of volunteer plants. And the main problem with the volunteer plants is that they are blocking the smaller plants from camera fell or something. I don't know. From the sprinklers. Also, I don't want a bunch of sunflowers blocking the walkway. It happens every year. I'm trying to figure out how to turn around the camera so I could clip it onto something. And I turn it around and like it's still not clipping in the right spot. And so I turn it around and it's still not clipping in the right spot. And I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I am able to put it down on the ground. It's just, see how you can't see the very top? Where the straw goes in that tumbler? That's my problem. But I've got other stuff to do. I'm pulling weeds. These yellowish plants here, those are weeds. I don't want them. And then there's a lot of volunteer plants. So I decided that from the previous section that I worked to all the way up to the tumbler is where I'm going to be working. I had to come up with some sort of game plan. There's a lot of plants here that I don't know what they are. I see how it kind of goes in pretty easy. But I had put out a bunch of seeds. Chamomile being one of those. That weird bushy plant with the purple flower that I talked about is one of those. There is some thyme that should be growing. The only thing that is taking over is that weird little clover thing, which is fine. I'm okay if that's what takes over. That way there is less weeds. I just thought some color would be nice, but whatever. We're taking one win at a time, okay? But mainly it's the sunflowers that are up on the edge that I don't want blocking the walkway. I also have rose moss that I'm kind of excited I see growing. It's hidden in between that little other weird yellow weed that I showed you. So I have to be careful in what I'm pulling out. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know what it is, so I'm waiting for it to bloom, which could be a problem because that just means that the root is getting bigger, but I'll find a way. Um, right here I'm cutting around my little pot because this weird clover is like growing over it and is like about to like overtake the plants that I do want. So, you gotta choose your battles, I guess. Um, but yeah, the sun came out. You see that? You see that sun? It made it hard to be there. I didn't want to be there anymore. But today's Wednesday. This was yesterday's video. And yeah, I didn't finish everything I wanted to do. By the time I realized what was going on, like, it was already time to go pick up the kids. I was like, whoa. So I stopped early. I got a little head start on dinner. I cleaned up. You'll see that in a minute. But I did get a lot done. It's starting to look clear. So today I'm gonna finish up the last of it and put the flowers. You know the flowers that I told you that I was like, oh, I'm gonna put these up. That didn't happen. So hopefully today, Wednesday, I'll get that done. You see me going? It's going. Um, yeah, having a trail marker, like a direction, helped. You know, I'm working in this area. Let's just finish up this area. The weather has been, actually the sun's coming out pretty strong, but hopefully it's not too dry. Because as much as I don't want the sunflowers blocking the walkway, the sunflowers, especially at this stage, really help create shade on these pots and plants, so that way the sun doesn't dry them out and kill them. So I'm hoping that things are a little bit better established. Um, and with me working on these sprinklers, everything is watered better. I went to go get something to block the sun because, like I said, the sun was coming out, and I didn't want my phone to overheat. Hmm. What was there? I really do feel bad that I had to take out all these sunflowers. Here, did I show? I think this is where I'm looking for something. Okay, so this is where, if you go back a little, I cut something. Okay, this is one of the plants that I want to know what it is because it's about to bloom. But I cut the top of the sprinkler and I didn't have my hand on it and it went flying. So I literally had to stop the camera here and look back to see where it might have fallen because I couldn't find it. It was in the little, you see the Johnny jump ups back there behind my leg? It was there. I found it. But yeah, lesson learned. Hold the top of the sprinklers before you cut them off. So you won't have to be looking for them. Because that's fun. Like, I have gloves on, but only so I can be able to rest my hand on the dirt and it won't hurt me. I hate cleaning without gloves on.
I mean, I hate cleaning with gloves on because then you can't feel where the base of the plant is. And if you just rip off the plant, like the leaves, the root is still there doing its evil. And then there's a lot of the blue sage. Like a lot of these little plants here that I'm looking at, that's what that is. And then I also see a lot of the zenith, but those are most likely small. If they grow more than a foot, I will rip them out. Because these are supposed to be like the Thumbelina zeniths, which are only like about 8 inches tall. So those shouldn't be a problem, and they're kind of cute all over. So I've left those. The sage, those things grow up to like 3 feet, especially up front. That's bad, and they're blocking the sprinklers, so they gotta go. Oh, my little jungle's going away. There's a dead sage plant back there where I'm at right now. I need to water that. It keeps falling over, so it's not getting the right amount of water. I really need to start voicing these over at night so I won't be sitting here in the morning. Because I could be outside working, but I'm not. I'm inside. Voiceover. But yeah, if you're ever trying to change these sprinklers and it's a cold day, like you're working on them, even if on a warm day, get a tumbler, put boiling hot water in it, and just slide it in there for like a couple minutes. It works wonders. And I have the lid on. That way if it falls over, I don't burn myself. But that hole is like the perfect size for those. I hope I don't give them shock, like the plants. And then, you saw how bright that was in the sky? It gets overcasted again later on. So the sun just comes out just specifically for me. I feel special. My sweater's already off. Okay, yeah, so this is around the time that I stopped. There's some... Oh, and I also had to go to my tree and clear that stuff off because I have a lot of weeds in there as well. The winds that came in going the wrong way. I have all my plants just like confused, or they look like they were in the middle of a tornado or something. It's funny, they're like on the other side, looking wonky. But in there's like a bunch of weeds. I need to clear off those weeds. Here I'm tired. You can see that I'm just kind of like frustrated, hot, and no longer enjoying this. I clear off a little bit more. Oh, did I ever pick that up? There's a little sprinkler there. Hopefully I picked it up. I don't remember. But yeah, here I am looking at the time. I am wondering what I should do next. I did already have in mind that I wanted to pre-start dinner. So, all that. And I figured that getting, yep, there it is, the trash can over. Move everything out of the way. So yeah, I thought about it. I got ahead of time, you know. I knew time was changing, like, not changing, but like, yeah, time was passing. Ooh, you can see the clouds move. Anyways, so I also went inside and took a break while I ate and got dinner ready. You know, that's part of the self care that I've been yammering on about. Oh, there was like a cricket. There's a giant locust on the wall there. I didn't kill it, but oh, so this is after picking up kids, and then I was like, wait, I said I wanted to start recording this. So I cut some onion, it's in the bowl there, and I chopped it up with that little black orange thing right there. And the cast iron I have to wash, so it's just boiling water right now, I think. Probably not. But there you go, see. Chopping the tomatoes. Chopping the tomatoes. More chopping. Yes, this is chopping. Get over it. See how it's all cut up? Yeah, magic. I turned on the light because, oh yeah, I was boiling. See? Now, I just cooked something in there the other day, and I just didn't wipe it down. So instead of using soap, you just boil it and make it loose and wipe it away. Oh yeah, I got that book at the thrift store, and someone had cut out pictures of it. I guess they wanted to do some crafts with it. If you get a book and you cut out words for the picture in the backside of the words, don't give it to the thrift store. Throw it away. You just ruined the book for everyone else. Why would we want a book that you've chopped up? You can do whatever you want with your books. Just don't give them to the thrift store. That's all I'm saying. Jerks. Anyways. Get the meat, season it. Use your body to move the meat around. See how it's stabbing into my ribs? Anyways. Garlic. Onion. More meat. Salt. Cover it up. Put it on low. Did I put it on low already? Yes, I put it on low. And continue chopping. Oh, okay, so before this, what I cooked was nopales. Just put them to boil with salt, onion, garlic, cilantro. So that's already done and cooled off to the side. You get some more cilantro and you chop that up. I don't think I got to plate dinner. Let's see how much time I have. Oh, I got 2 minutes. I didn't plate dinner, so you don't see that. But oh, I like to put the garlic and onion powder like sandwiched in there somewhere. Make sure you grind up those microplastics. Get them deep in your food. So here I am now going to combine the little salad that I made. Little pico I have right there. And there you go, the nopales. Those are yummy. I like them. They're yummy. But mixy. Now these green bowls that I have like a whole set of them. Like for bigger to smaller, that's like a medium one. And they come with this lid, and I love them. I don't ever use the lids, but when I do, oh, they're my favorite. I just wanted to show you. I got them at Kroger. They might be coming back like now during like this picnic season into summer season. It's usually when they're there. So I like them. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.